Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, I'm back on the test server here. I'm trying to show you some stuff with EMIC, which I think is going to be pretty relevant to anyone who currently is not able to beat up Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss. This, for me, is the most important reason for someone to try and fuse EMIC if you're not currently beating up Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss. I've actually come up with two different teams. One is like a faster team which needs Seeker, and one is without a Seeker for those who can't achieve it. But I've got to say, I've been trying to come up with this like really inspired, super cool, brand new idea type of team. And at the moment, I'm failing miserably. So I need some bigger brains out there to come up with some cool ideas, because currently the two teams that I'm going to be able to show you here are turning off one of the reasons that he's super cool, which is his A2. With the reduced cooldowns. I'm just finding that I'm struggling to come up with the speed tune that doesn't just throw everything else out when this is going on. So yeah, I need some of the big brains of the community to kind of come forward and show us some cool stuff. Feel free to drop me a DM if you've come up with something super cool. And yeah, you will get your shout out, of course. But for me, I'm going to show you some stuff with him using his A3 as an unkillable. I've got an affinity friendly. And we're going to see really if this team comp is capable of doing one key stuff, because ultimately that's what we're going to be looking to do to get these quick clan boss hits away. So the first one I'm going to show you is going to be the fast one with the Seeker, which will give you a chance of one key territory. The second one is more like the entry into Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss, and that's something which, you know, as I say, everyone should try and get involved in. In terms of build, EMIC's at 246 speed, so 246, 100% crit rate, good crit damage, and high health. These teams are totally unkillable, which means that you just push as much damage as you can when you're doing the run. And basically everyone has got the same masteries here with the Grim Resolve, because we are going to lose health, and the kind of offense and defensive tree. So you can see when we come to the calc here, Doom Priest is at the top of the order, so she's always going to do the cleanse ability when we get a turn. And you can see that basically we're doing this 2-for-1 speed tune. Everyone gets 2 hits when the clan boss has 1 hit. EMIC does his A3 at the back end of a hit, and then Warcaster comes in at the back of the next AoE. EMIC then does his unkillable here, and then the next set they flip. The Warcaster unkillable, EMIC unkillable, Warcaster unkillable. Cool thing here, because we've I can kind of show you now on Spirit, we don't lose any of our speed tune. On Void, we're good. So everything's going to work on different affinities. And then if I flip it to Nightmare, I've not changed anything. Again, we get a good speed tune all the way down. It's working fine. If I go to Spirit, which is normally the one that messes us up because of the decreased speed, somehow, by more luck than judgment, it just works on everything. So this is going to work for any affinity, anything. But you will see I've totally turned off EMIC's TRUNKHEART's A2. I can't make him use it. So that's where I need the big brains to help us out. Well, let's go. Let's make sure the speed tune's actually working. You see we get the drop defense and weaken out from our Draco. Do take damage in the initial part. Doesn't matter. We'll get that back. Or actually, we're going to lose damage anyway. We do more damage when we're lower health. So all of that's good. This kind of taunt mechanic doesn't really matter in any way. Just is what it is. Eventually, he's going to hit through all of the damage that, or going to hit through anything we've got anyway. And I guess we'll take a stun. Doom Priest should cleanse that off nicely. There we go. And now we're in speed tune already. So we're kind of already going on kind of max damage, if you like, to let this roll. So I'll let this run through. Obviously, my Draco's going to do the lion's share of the damage because he's an absolute beast. And let's see what we get at the other end. So there we go. We've come in, we've done the 1 key, 85 mil. It's not like crazy damage, but we do have a good 20 mil from Seeker, nearly 40 from Draco. And obviously these two are the main damage dealers. EMIC, even in really quite strong gear there, is only coming in at the same sort of level that Doom Priest is for damage. So his hits are quite disappointing, I would say. Albeit I put him in Fury gear. For a long part of it, he was shielding himself, so the Fury wasn't really kicking in. Probably my bad. Didn't really kind of factor that in my brain when I was building him out. But you can see it is a 1 key comp. It is, you know, a door opener to high-level Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss teams if you don't have people that already do this spot, you know, like the Cynics and what have you. So EMIC is looking good there. So I guess just to finish off the video, I'm going to show you a couple of other examples of teams that could work here. This is one, which is kind of like the slower 1-for-1 speed tune without the Seeker coming in. So same concept really. Wardcaster and EMIC creating the unkillable comp. EMIC creating the unkillable on his A3 to then cover you for second AoE hit and the stun hit. And then Wardcaster gives you the unkillable for the first AoE. And that just flows right the way down the same. Again, to make it affinity friendly, you really need Doom Priest in this Reliquary Tender spot. But if you don't have Doom Priest and you want to make it affinity friendly all the way up apart from Spirit, then you can put anybody that's got a 3-turn cleanse in this spot here, and they will cleanse off the stun hit, which is always going to go on EMIC because he's got Taunt out. So anyone in this kind of like green position here at the 177 speed could do that job. So I've got here a 247 Wardcaster, 240 speed EMIC, 177 Reliquary Tender, but anyone who's your 3-turn cleanser. Damage dealer in spot yellow here at 175 speed. And then Feign coming in at 174 speed. But again, that's any damage dealer. I guess you could have somebody in the Feign spot that would block stuns. So some sort of block debuff ability coming in here like a marked. That would work. And then you can use the Reliquary Tender kind of spot to do the cleanse after the decreased speed would go out for Spirit, which again would make it affinity friendly. But this one is, I'd say, more like the entry level into Ultra Nightmare. But again, you need the double unkillable to make it work. So someone like a Wardcaster alongside. But I did just get this screenshot coming from Eve Gooby, who we've done a kind of build with before. This one's quite interesting. Unfortunately, I do not have 2 Painkeepers. Otherwise, I actually would have built this one out myself. I should get myself a second Painkeeper anyway for this type of comp. But basically, what's going on here, sorry, the quality's not brilliant, but a 181 speed EMIC, and then you've got a 182 Painkeeper, a 183 Painkeeper, a 184 damage dealer, and then a 185 Doom Priest. Basically, Doom Priest is just the fastest, so again, we get that cleanse going off all the time and goes right across. And then what's happening is Painkeeper and EMIC are reducing the cooldowns of your abilities, which means that we've always got unkillable up for your whole team. So this is a very slow 1-for-1 unkillable team, but pretty much all of the damage you're going to get is going to come from Gintoro or whoever your damage dealer is. But again, it's a good entry-level team if you've already got like a couple of Painkeepers on the account and you just want to make an unkillable team, which will get you high damage. So there you go, guys. That's it for this video. I guess we will continue to work on fun teams with EMIC that make some sense. But yeah, hopefully this gives you some ideas, gets the juices flowing. And also just kind of, I guess, comes back to the point of EMIC is still a really strong champion if you do not have Clan Boss locked down. Yeah, I know a lot of people will be put off because of what we saw with the change to his A1 and, you know, what it did to the Corpulent Cadaver stuff. That's one angle. This angle is probably the more mainstream one. And honestly, if you're not already kind of like down in Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss, he would be a massive, massive upgrade for your account. So there you go, guys. I'll see you later. Take it easy.